movie review for Backrooms. Spoiler alert. Alright, I'm gonna be as honest as possible. Just saw it. Alright, I'll just start with the good stuff, alright? It starts off good, man. I'm not gonna lie, basically, it suffers from the problem of, like, every major movie now, dude. Not every, but a lot of them, dude. It's always like, the beginning's fire, then the middle is fire or good. In this case, the middle was pretty good. And then the end is like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, they just dropped the ball and shit. I just don't get it, dude. I'm not disappointed in my experience of paying 17. I paid like $17 for this ticket, right? I'm not disappointed. Like, overall, like, I had a fun experience. But yeah, that ending, bro. I literally slept through the whole fucking 20-minute ending. I just kept falling asleep. And then I was like, and then it's just like directed by whoever. I'm like, dude, are you for real, bro? I literally was like falling asleep for 20 minutes trying to stay awake because they just kept talking. Now, up until the end, it was actually going pretty good. You didn't know what the hell was going to happen. But then it suffered from, like, trying to turn it into, like, this whole, like, lesson about life or something. They should have just kept it absurd and random. But they went from, like, absurd random to, like, a life lesson. And, like, if you like Backrooms, you like the beginning, you might like the middle. I fucking doubt you will like the end. I think you'll be like me, like, what the fuck? I've watched, like, all the YouTube backroom videos. I've probably seen them all. No, not bragging, I smoke a lot of weed, I sit around, I watch YouTube. I've probably seen all the backroom shit on YouTube. I fucking love it. Now, in the beginning, I was literally thinking, like, damn, this shit is so fire, like, I can't believe how fire this is, bro. And I was even thinking, like, yeah, I was like, yeah, there's definitely a chance they're gonna let me down, right? Because every single time, dude, the beginning of the movie is that good on a new major film in like the past 5 years, almost like 10 years. Every time, I swear to God, the past 6 years, every time the beginning of the movie is really good, the ending always sucks. Like just about every time. And I thought, like, man, the beginning is so fucking good, dude. Like, they did it, man. If you like Backrooms, they killed the beginning. And in the middle, you're like, ah, shit, man. This is gonna turn into some kind of lesson, isn't it? But you still hope. You still had hope in the beginning. You had hope right until the very end, where they just decided to give you a 20-minute lecture that I slept through, right? And then it just rolls credits. And I'm like, dude, I fucking knew it, man. I fucking knew they weren't going to give a proper ending. But I didn't know it for sure. Like, there was hope because the beginning was so freaking good, dude. Like, the way they killed the beginning, as far as just, like, you know, just killing it, dude. I thought, man, dude, like, given how good it is, surely the end will be good. But just like every other movie made in the past 6 years, nah, dude, nah. So I say go watch it because I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy the, I guess I actually haven't spoiled it up to now, but I did enjoy the fact that they kind of like related it to drug use and drug addiction. I actually liked that. I thought that was cool. But then, instead of like discovering what the fuck the Backrooms is, they just kind of turned it into this lecture and shit. And I'm just like, I slept through the whole thing. And I was just like, damn, dude, I knew it, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I guess go see it if you're bored. Like, I mean, if you're into Backrooms, I love the main actor. I forgot his name. It's unpronounceable, but I love him. He's great. The main actor kills it. Like the protagonist, the black guy, he kills it, dude. I love him. it's not his fault, you know, he did great. And everyone else did their job, like the set design. I guess I actually haven't spoiled shit, huh? But other than the fact that there's no, like, I guess I did spoil it, because in the end, you don't actually, like, find out about the Backrooms. You just kind of, it just kind of, like, fades out. Rather than if you're in a car and you're driving and you get to a destination. Here, you're in a car, you're driving, and everything just kind of fades out like Spider-Man in Avengers. It just kind of slowly, not disintegrates, but you just kind of fade out. It's like a 20-minute moral fade out. You know what I mean? If you like Backrooms, you'll probably enjoy it as much as I did up until the end, and then you'll be like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, like I said, like the set design, the costumes, just like everything they did, dude. All the cool little things they had, all that shit, dude. It was so good, man. Like, everyone did their job. The actors did their job. You know, the script, like I said, it was just underwhelming at the end and didn't really tie anything together. I mean, it tied. All right, basically, there's two stories. There's the backroom. There's the backroom story, and then there's the Hollywood story that they layered on top to turn it into a Hollywood movie. You know how they always do, right? They take something, they turn it into a story, a love story, a drug addiction. So this was a drug addiction story. They layered it. The backroom story never got told. The drug addiction story did. The Hollywood story that they layered on top of the Backrooms got told, but they never actually connected it back to its original source material. Here's the ending I wanted to see. I wanted to see them just like, you know what I mean? I wanted to see the infinite escalator. I want them to go and find a fucking mastermind of it all, or some kind of mysterious force, or some kind of origin story on the Backrooms. Instead, and this is, I guess, where the spoiler finally comes in, instead of finding an origin backstory, this is what you get told it is. You get told, oh, this is like, you know, like it's like Inception, dude. It's like a drug addiction version of Inception. Instead dreams as your subconscious. You know what I mean? It's like what you find out is like the Backrooms is just like you being on drugs, imagining shit that you're stuck in these rooms. It doesn't answer the question of where the Backrooms. Here's the thing, guys. If you really want to see a Backrooms movie, check out the movie on YouTube for free. It's like a small, you know, like small budget film. It's like Backrooms / SCP. Like the SCP Backrooms movie. It's like an hour long. That movie fucking nails it, dude. They should have just hired those guys, which I don't know, maybe they did, but they should have hired those guys to write the script. Because that YouTube Backrooms SCP movie from a few years ago, they killed it, bro. They fucking killed it. In fact, honestly, between that small budget movie and this big budget Hollywood movie, I prefer the 1 hour small budget movie because it's exactly what you want to see. If you've already seen it, then I guess you may as well see this out of pure boredom. But yeah, man, overall, like, I'm not disappointed I had the experience, but just like taking me out of it, you know, that movie is disappointing because the end is disappointing because it's not what you came there for. But I'm still happy that I'm happy I watched it. I'm happy I haven't been to a theater for 12 years because I think these movies all blow, right? So I went to the theater for the first time in 12 years and the ending disappointed me. But up until the disappointment, I had fun. So yeah, man, pretty typical Hollywood, you know? Hype you up only to leave you hanging out to dry. Oh well. Like, basically the way I felt about it is there wasn't really an end because I connected the dots in like the first like 15 minutes, whatever. The end felt more like a retelling of the beginning. Like there really wasn't even an end. You know, I'm sure the script writers would tell you there was an end, but there was an end to the story they wrote. There wasn't an end to the actual story, the actual backroom story. You know, stories get told in layers. They capped off the layer, not the primary layer, but the secondary layer of drug addiction story. They finished that, but they never actually finished the backroom story. You don't see the mastermind, you don't see the true origins, you don't see the headquarters. All it turns out to be is basically their imagination because of their drug addiction, which is kind of fucking lame and cliche. You know, it would have been cool to have an actual legitimate Backrooms ending and then reconnect that back to the drug addiction, like other lower layer of story, right? But they just didn't finish it. It's like an unfinished movie. They just talked for 20 minutes and told you the shit you already figured out in the first 30 minutes. So the fact that it has a 75% rating on Rotten Tomatoes has been complete horseshit for over like a decade at least. The fact that it has a 77 rating on Metacritic is what blows my mind. I mean, Metacritic, for me, is a reliable source of movie rating. Or it was. The 77 on Metacritic, and it's that fucking bad of an ending, dude. So underwhelming. How are you gonna give a movie with an underwhelming ending 77, dude? It wasn't deep. It wasn't deep. There was no resolution. There was no character development other than just like, okay, drugs bad, addiction bad, I hurt people, okay, I feel better now. It's like, bro, did they write that shit with AI, bro?